Hello everybody, my name is Father Remo Di Salvatore. I'm a friar of the province of the Sacred Stigmata of St. Francis, Capuchin Franciscans, and I want to welcome you all to our celebration luncheon of gratitude and giving. We're going to show you a little video. We're happy that you're here, but we want you to learn a little bit more about us. And so hopefully in this video you'll get to know us a little bit better. The way we received our name as Capuchin Franciscan friars is in the 1500s when we had the Reform and our guys started to live a life more focused on the areas that I said, more poverty, more prayer, more simplicity of life, more being with the poor. They went back to the original habit of St. Francis. And the original habit of St. Francis had a very long hood. So you can see it's a very long hood. And so the other branches of the Franciscan order have a short hood. So when the people started seeing us around in Italy, that's where the formation of the Reform happened, was in Italy. The little children used to see us, the friars walking, they would say, "Oh, Cappuccini, Cappuccini, Cappuccini," which is the Italian, capuch is the Italian word for hood. So they would say, "Oh, there's the hoods, Cappuccini." So that's where we came from.
You can tell right away that we're Franciscans because we're in the brown and the white robe is a dead giveaway. The three knots stand for our three vows that we profess: poverty, chastity, and obedience.
The beauty of the habit, our vocation, it's in our heart, but when we have our habit, it shows who we are and who we belong to. So as a friar, wearing my habit represents who I'm following, but also who I want to become. I want to become like Christ, and I want others to experience the joy of loving Christ and having Christ in their lives.
All of our houses, we strive to live together in prayer and in community. So we have morning prayer together, midday prayer, evening prayer as well. We usually try to come together for our big lunch each day. That's our main meal for the house is lunch. Usually dinner is like a small pickup meal because it depends on the houses, it depends on the ministries.
What I love about the friars, the Franciscans, is their fraternity. We tend to do a lot of things together, and for me that's one of the reasons why I decided, or I love being a Franciscan friar.
Our main ministry is to live the gospel. Our main ministry is to be an instrument of God's grace to others, right? God's love, God's mercy, God's help, in whatever way that can be happening. So for us as friars, like, especially if we're wearing our habits, we're always on, in a sense. So it's always like, for me, it's always an extra reminder that I'm called to live the gospel. That's one of the things that I think the value of wearing the habit.
Now I am assigned as the guardian of this house, St. Lawrence Friary Beacon, in which we have, on the one side we have the friary where we are 9 friars, and we have on the other section we have the infirmary where we take care of the elderly friars.
Having our own facility for the care of the friars makes it possible for us friars who are older and sick to still maintain a daily life of balance with the religious community. It allows us, in other words, to stay and to live as a Capuchin friar till the very end.
May 2023, that's when we started. May 1st was the first day that we served meals out of our food truck. And ever since, we have been serving meal at least twice a week. We go out into the city, we park at the Immaculate Conception Shrine, and from there we distribute meal to the homeless. It is about 200 meals that we're doing every time we go out to serve the meals, to know their story. You get to know about their life, and many of them are regular, and they're always waiting for us when we come. And from time, usually we get new people every week. It is a beautiful ministry because by providing a meal to them, we are nourishing their bodies. But since we provide this meal to them, it gives us an opportunity to speak with them and to witness to them God's love for them. I think that our ministry to the homeless in the city is a reminder to them that God loves them.
When we first got here, there was a woman, a secular Franciscan we had met, and when we started, we had a conversation with her, and we talked about wanting to do some kind of hands-on work with the poor. And she shook her head. She said, "Father, you guys are here for something else. I said, oh, she says, yeah, you're here for the spiritual renewal in this archdiocese. I said, okay, well, we're willing to do that, but we're also looking for this other thing. Well, it really has turned out that that's where he has placed us. So we found ourselves where? In parishes, in schools, in working with people on a one-to-one basis in spiritual direction, in confession, going to parishes to assist them during Advent and Lent with parish missions. But most of it has been about assisting people in their spiritual growth. And you can say spiritual renewal, that's what it is, because the people are hungry and they're looking for direction they're looking for God.
Thank you for all the support that you bring to our communities, to our lives, because part of our vocation, serving others, the poor especially, physically or spiritually, we couldn't be able to do it without your help. And although we might be the faces of this ministry, all of you are part of this. As a young friar, I have no words to thank you enough for all you do to our communities, to our ministries, and to our lives. God bless you.
Thank you all for coming to our celebration luncheon of gratitude and giving. We hope you enjoyed learning more about our Capuchin friars, our province, and its mission. As we continue to expand our fraternities, naturally our expenses are going to increase as well. Your financial contributions will help cover those expenses while supporting our young friars in their formation journey, assisting into our ministry to the poor, and caring for our senior and infirmed friars. We welcome and are so grateful for your prayers and your support. Thank you and God bless you for your continued generosity.
Thank you, everybody.